This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Howdy everybody, and welcome to the Triple M Pulling Truck Series for the Tough 120 here at the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. I'm Austin I'm joined by Peyton Hill, and you're here watching Racecraft TV. Peyton, it's another great truck series race here in the NASRA. How you feeling about today?
I think it's going to be a great race, but this is going to be very interesting to watch as it's very tough to tame the Darlington Raceway.
It certainly is, and that explains the name of this race, the Tough 120. The Cup cars were here on Monday, and they were having a little bit of trouble with fuel saving now, but the Truck Series and the Cup Series do it a little bit differently. The Cup's trying that new, longer stage format, when the trucks are sticking to their old guns with the shorter stages, and then the final one being the longer one. I feel like this race is going to be very, tough for some of these drivers. Take a shot every time somebody says tough today, but it certainly is going to be a very competitive race. These trucks certainly love Darlington, and dirty air is going to be a little bit tricky because this track is very tight. And if you want to go for some of these moves, you're going to have to get a little bit risky and put that truck into clean air, and it might disrupt the truck just a little bit.
Yeah, you might see a lot of people trying to go too wide. It's a big game of chicken going into the corners because there's not a lot of room. So there might be there's a reason why they call it a Darlington stripe on the side of the car.
Yeah, watch out for a lot of Darlington stripes coming on right now as we're in qualifying here in Darlington. Looking at the 18 to Keith Bradley. He's on his second run right now, but he hasn't put in a time because he got a Darlington stripe. That is first run, and currently he's actually sitting 5th place. So it did count that one.
That's the crazy thing about sim racing is if you touch a wall, it doesn't count your time most likely. So it will be a definitely interesting way to qualify at Darlington. I always struggle with it when I'm on the sim.
Yeah, Blake Lothian jumps up to 2nd place, to 59. Toyota Tundra making it work very well right here. We got a few other cars out on track. Let's take a look at Dustin Scruggs. We were watching him in practice, and you were very impressed by him or his paint scheme.
I was impressed by both for sure. It looks like he's no issues on through the corners, so this will be. Let's see what he can do through turns 1 and 2.
Let's ride on board with Dustin Scruggs as he puts it flat out in turns 1 and 2 right now, getting all the way out to the wall, heading down that back straight, heading over to the swamp pond and into that Tiger 3 and 4, going right up against the Darlington name right there, keeping a little bit of space right here. As this is his first lap, and here comes Darlington. Oh, Dustin Scruggs across the line here at Darlington. His first time is 13th.
Ooh, 13th. That'll be a...
Cody Knott went 16th, and Chris Cinnamon jumped up into 7th. That truck looks familiar.
I do believe that track position is going to be big here tonight because there's not a lot of room to make passes. So not only will it be maybe bump drafting, dirty air, but track position is going to be huge. So staying out to pit might be a valuable option tonight.
Oh, and that number 3 good wrench Dale Earnhardt truck of Chris Cinnamon jumps up into 2nd right behind Michael McKinnon.
Missed his time by 1/10. Less than that.
That is close between these two, and Michael's certainly feeling good. Robert Richards did 1 lap, and then he's kind of parked it in the middle of pit lane. I feel like he's had an issue. He's just not going to complete that lap. Another car that's done that is Tyler Dittmer. Dan Gallant is heading out onto track right now in that 89 Fanta Graphics car.
You'll see some drivers try to wait to see if the track temperature will cool down to get a little bit more grip out of the track, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. But it looks like the clouds have come over a little bit, and the grip might actually make it work for this 89 car.
It is a very hot track outside right now. I don't know if most of you can understand Celsius, but 37 degrees is pretty hot. It's about 112 outside.
I don't know. I'm not good at math, Austin.
Oh, look at your iRacing info. Help me out right there.
Oh, there, yeah. Yeah, track's currently about 100 degrees, 99. So it
all
is.
Right, I was overcompensating. First lap by Dan Gallant puts him up into 12th place. Only. Oh no.
The wall with Dan.
And that's going to be it for Dan Gallant. He's currently sitting in 12th place. Only 22 cars have put in a time right now. This is going to be 23 as Dale Adamson's about to start his in that 46 Ghostbuster car. Every time I look at that car, it just looks better and better.
Yes, I agree.
But you want to... Most of these drivers have not gone out for a time because they're all competing for that Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award. Whoever made up the most places at the end of this race wins the Hard Charger Award. And Ben Ganoyski won that over in Daytona after lap 1. And the people over at Southern Auto Glass very happy to be sponsoring that award right now. Little bit of a controversy with the amount of people not setting a lap time. Few of the drivers want to see their qualifying. They actually put in a competitive qualifying time to be eligible for it, or else you're going to have people like Rhett Tucker starting at the back of the grid, and all these high people defending champion Jason Higginbotham at the back of the grid as well. As Dale Adamson is currently sitting in 8th place after his qualifying run. That's just a little bit of controversy. We'll see on how these guys talk about it, but currently all the drivers are out, and it's time to get ready to go racing as Michael McKinnon takes pole ahead of Chris Cinnamon. Right beside him, behind them is Blake Lothian, Peyton Johnson, Scott Osmack, Keith Bradley, Stephen Thomas, Dale Adamson, Clinton Castleberry, Michael Adamson, right behind Dale, with Mark Truxell right behind in 11th, with Robert Richards in 12th place. Behind them is Dan Gallant, Dustin Scruggs, Bradley Wilson, Ben Ganoyski, Tyler Daniels, Cody Knott, Jeffrey Sickles, Jonathan Munda, Logan Quinn, Torrey Thompson, David Swift, Rhett Tucker in 24th, followed by Zach Adams, Brandon Bullock, Taylor Peacock, Tyler Dittmer, Nathan Rogie, Lance Miller, Jesse Sarge, Stephen Gregory, Dane Hagan, and at the end of the grid, your defending champion, Jason Higginbotham in the in starting 34th place. 34 trucks all lined up and getting ready to go here at the Lady in Black. And the one who's going to be leading them out, it's Michael Mckinnon from Pleasant Hill. Oh, man. Michael is going to be very happy by starting up on pole here today. Apparently 0 years old, and he looks fairly old for a zero-year-old person, but you know what? Michael,
hey, you can't judge people who are 0 years old. You know, it's 2021. We can't. Gotta be careful here.
Yeah, but Michael Mckinnon is going to be leading this 35-car grid out right now. And we're just waiting for a few people to get ready and get out onto track.
Yeah, they gotta all grid up, get ready to go. Who knows? Some people might start from the pits. That could be an option. I don't know why.
It technically is an option, but I don't feel like it's going to be a good option right now. But everyone currently lined up, getting ready to go behind our iRacing pace car. That beautiful Mustang out in front. We take a look at the field in Darlington, and here we go. McKinnon leads him off with Cinnamon right beside him. 120 laps here today. 3 stages.
Man, even from the top-down view, you can see there's not a lot of room on the track, especially going into the first corner. Those people trying to stay too wide. There's going to be a few people not wanting to lift, and that's definitely me.
Hey, you know they say don't lift, but it's going to be very difficult for these guys to keep it clean, especially. It's a very tight track, but it's got a lot of runoff on the inside. But if you're going for a big position move, the speed is all the way up there. You're going to have to dive down low going to some of these corners, which is completely legal with the dotted line being there. 35 laps in stage 1 and stage 2. We're going to be finishing off of a 50 laps race all the way to the end of the flag. There's a caution. They will be thrown as everyone's following the command of the 13 of Michael Mckinnon. Pace cars in. Let's go racing here at Darlington, here on Racecraft TV.
Green flag.
Green flags in the air.
A lot of them stuck too wide.
McKinnon gets a good start holding that inside line. Cinnamon trying to hold him around to the outside. Cinnamon all the way up into the wall. Almost gets past it. We got contact way back in the field. 3 wide they go.
Diving down to the apron to avoid every little bit of contact they can. Keeping the car clean is going to be huge tonight, and that I don't know how I'd be nervous to do it too.
Certainly, it's going to be very nervous to keep these cars clean in this tight track, as Blake Lothian had a very good start. Dale Adamson gained 3 spots on that start. Who are you going to call to make an overtake? Well, certainly it's going to be Dale Adamson and the Ghostbusters right there. That 46, very alive on that restart. Mark Truxell got involved with an incident, and he went down to the pits, and he's actually out of this race.
Dang, already that tough break for Mark Truxell.
Well, I think he actually started from the pit lane. We got a 15 of Peyton Johnson looking down at Blake Lothian.
Starts are everything in racing, especially when it comes down to track position. You want to get everything you can before tires start wearing, where passing doesn't make sense and it won't work.
We look out at these guys right now. McKinnon, Cinnamon, Lothian, Johnson, Addison, Bradley, Thomas, Osment, Castleberry, Adamson in your top 10 right now. Top 10 at the end of the stage scores points, as we're currently here on lap 4 out of 35 here in stage number 1. And it's a good start by most of these guys. We look throughout the field. Very single file running right now. Peyton Johnson looking down to the inside. Blake Lothian sticking his nose in there. Look at Blake Lothian getting very close to Cinnamon.
Those walls come up quick. Not many people know about it, but as they all start to single file out, I don't think I see double file for a while. Could be a lot of people saving tires. Tires are huge here, especially going through turns 3 and 4. That wall can come up super quick towards the center of the corner.
Well, Peyton got such a run heading into 3 and 4, but he knew what he needed to do to keep that car fast. He wanted to keep it right behind Lafayette, who is also looking very fast and very dangerous right now. Dangerous to Chris Cinnamon, as he's always looking down the inside and wanting to make a move. But Cinnamon and Mckinnon getting a little bit of a good run, but that draft is going to help him get pulled behind the Blake Lothian once again right onto the gearbox of that truck. And the 46 of Dale Addison almost gets it to the back of the 15.
Very close racing here tonight, and as the track seems to cool down once the sun goes down, we're going to see a lot of different racing.
Caution's out. Torrey Thompson spun in the middle of the track. First caution of the night in the tough 120. Here's what happened to the 88 of Torrey Thompson. Just got into the wall coming out of turn 2, came across the line, and hit the 24 of Lance Miller.
Motor. Tough break for the 88 car tonight.
Yeah, Torrey's going to bring that to the hauler. First caution of the night here, the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here on Racecraft TV. Michael McKinnon leads the field. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway with Michael McKinnon leading out the field as we're under our first caution here tonight on lap 10. Light's about to go out on the pace car, but with just only 9 laps under these guys' belts, were 7 when the caution came out. Peyton, walk us through who stood out the most for you that time. On that
Honestly, McKinnon really showed some strength trying to stay in the lead and not giving up any spots, because it's very hard to like save tires as well as stay out in front. So saving tires is going to be huge. Hopefully he was doing it, but track position's everything at the moment, especially if cautions keep coming out.
Yeah, you definitely want to be ahead of the field, especially if something happens behind you. And you aren't going to be affected much by other drivers that much, so Michael McKinnon is still sitting in the front. But double fault starts here. It's going to be very difficult our current leader in the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Awards. Actually a tie between Taylor Peacock and Tyler Dittmer. The Moneyman 81 though, and Tyler Dittmer, Moneyman 81, Taylor Peacock, he is currently the leader because he is ahead of Tyler Dittmer. You see him right there on the top side. They're both up 12 spots from the start, so they're currently the leaders in the Hard Charger category. But we're side by side behind the pace car. Lights are off. Let's get ready to go back to green.
As you see them warming up their tires, cold tires can make a difference too. So keeping your tires warm can like change a lot for turn 1.
We saw that happen actually in Daytona last week on that restart with 15 to go. Worn tires spun them up, and it was actually the leader who did that. And well, absolute calamity happened behind that. Pace car's in. McKinnon puts the pedal to the metal. We're back to green flag racing, and Cinnamon was sleeping a little bit. Here goes Lothian down low.
Side-by-side action going into turn 1. Let's see if they can hang on. Who will lift?
Oh, Lothian submits to Cinnamon right there, but there's contact lower on the field. But it was just a big hit, and there's Lothian down low once more on Cinnamon, but he backs off, stays behind Cinnamon as they head into 3 and 4. And it's Rhett Tucker who was involved in that crash.
Rhett Tucker was someone that I was looking out for tonight. Noticed that, you know, he stands out from a little for a few people, and I was excited to see him. But that's what happens when you're in the back without track position. Think you can get caught in things that you never wanted to get caught in.
Well, the funniest thing is I think he typed in chat, and he didn't include himself in the people he was cheering for. So I think he
planned it.
Yeah, I think he just planned it because he's already 14 laps down. So the fact that he just jumped back to the pit lane, I feel like he accidentally spawned himself into the track, and that was just a mistake.
Possibly.
As Cinnamon and McKinnon started getting a little bit of a gap, putting in a little bit of faster, but we do have some separation between the top 6 and the rest of the field. Actually, top 7 and the rest of the field.
Yeah.
There we go. You see all 7 in the shot right now. So you see the 18 of Keith Bradley getting a little bit loose mid-corner, and he's falling back, but he's getting all back that time in the draft. As we take a look at, as we start zooming in at the 59 of Lothian, right behind Cinnamon. And these top guys, they just need to manage their tires and continue on pulling out that gap and continue torturing this pace before lap 35 when stage 1 ends, because points, these guys are definitely racing for points, but I feel like some of them are just waiting for that right opportunity, and Lothian's looking very dangerous right now. He's got a great run heading on Cinnamon. I feel like he's just backing off, waiting for his moment.
Helps a lot, actually, with down the straightaway, but when you get into the corner, it shoots him tight, and it can end up in the wall, and the wall, as we've seen, isn't good to be inside of.
Right on board Cinnamon. Look at Lothian. He's holding that inside line. Cinnamon holding that outside line. You see that little wiggle by Cinnamon. Oh, contact for one of the cars. That is Adamson into the wall.
Side by side.
Lothian around the outside.
Made it stick. Looked like the 3 car decided to give it just so that he didn't waste his tire wear side by side through 3 and 4.
And it was Dale Adamson who hit the wall. We're going to get a replay for you very soon. On board with Steven Thomas. You get to see that wall hit right there. And
car scrambling.
Yeah, just everything happened out there. Steven Thomas took a little bit ahead of the wall. We go back live.
Looks back down to single file racing, as that's what I'm expecting to see a lot of tonight. As soon as people start going too wide, it sometimes never ends up well. So definitely something to look out for when you see too wide.
Top 3 still McKinnon, Lothian, and Cinnamon. Keith Bradley sitting in 4th place. Looking very hungrily on that number 3. And, ooh, Bradley, big send mid-corner. He's in the wall.
Looks like the 18 car got himself a Darlington stripe as well.
It is actually a little bit more than a Darlington stripe. Look at the front left of that The front right of that car is actually chewed up. He's got Stephen Thomas right behind him. That's creating a big gap to the top 3.
Yeah, with any aero damage with a big draft track like Darlington, it can cost a lot of time to the person behind you, as long as it can hurt.
Yeah, the overtop designs Chevy ZR1 not looking the best right now. Not sure that's the actual name of the truck that they use. And we got another caution out right now, and it's Dale Admonson who's had the incident. I'm trying to find him. Oh, there's Dale. The Ghostbusters car took a big hit right there. And Scott, I believe that's Scott Osment. Yeah, there's a 53 of Scott, and oh, it's just a wrong place, wrong time, and oh no, the 21 of Clinton Casper get involved. Scott Osment comes back into the 11 of Dustin Scruggs, and they continue on. Just look at the front nose of Scruggs. And Scruggs is, oh my goodness, no.
That's never good to see smoke coming out of the car.
Yeah, it is not. As we're just looking at the remnants of this incident. Dustin Scruggs, let's ride on board with him as we get to see just very late. And yeah, that's a lot of smoke coming out of his truck. Very unfortunate right there. Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, just up the track, just nowhere to go.
Oh.
53 can't lock it down fast enough.
Yeah, 53 is spinning around the top like a dreidel on Hanukkah, and unfortunate for Dustin Scruggs, just caught into it. Go back live. Pit stops are happening. Blake Lothian and a few of the drivers are staying up, but Michael Mckinnon, our race leader, decides to hop in on lap 23 out of 35. Pit stops are happening. Some strategies are going on here on Racecraft TV for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Darlington Raceway. Blake Lothian leads the race after a strategy call by McKinnon's, Michael McKinnon, Jesse Sarge's pit crew, and rest of the leaders. Ben Ganoisky also behind McKinnon as we were looking at Admonson, but Michael McKinnon, our leader for most of this race, decided to head into the pit lane. And this is a very odd choice for Michael.
Maybe he had damage, maybe he got into the wall at one point, but coming from being the leader, that could be a definite huge strategy call. Losing a tire set, but getting tires is huge here. You can be significantly faster than the whole field.
Yeah, significantly faster. We're going to see that on this restart as our current big leader for the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award is the number 4, Tyler Dimmer, up 22 spots right now as we sit on the back stretch, getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Blake Lothian on the outside line, is preferring that outside line, and with Cinnamon on the low side. This is going to be very interesting. Actually, I think Chris Cinnamon will be the leader of this restart. Lothian's just sitting up there ahead of him. We're going to actually see who's on the front row. Both these guys are on the front row, but it's actually going to be Lothian in control as the Texas Law Book car puts the pedal to the metal. It's a very good restart by him. Leaves everybody in the dust right there as Stephen Thomas trying to get in low with Keith Bradley. Keith Bradley going down low. Bradley down low on Thomas. They're still side by side.
Coming out of the corners, pretty hard to get the track out, and it looks like the 18 car is just going to file in with that front end damage.
And look at Taylor Peacock. Very aggressive on defense. Gets into the bumper of Gallant and Gallant's into the wall.
Apologies going over the comms.
And Bradley Wilson down low on Taylor Peacock. Taylor gives that one up. And now the two Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger rivals are nose to tail with each other. Both of them up 21 spots.
Looks like having different lines through 3 and 4.
Peacock straight cash money as there's an incident with Michael McKinnon out in the backfield. Michael McKinnon and Peyton Johnson have made contact, and caution is out.
This is why I say time and time again that track position is huge.
Ooh! That was a 39 getting into there.
Oh,
Peyton Johnson was just
like
completely innocent. Dane Hagen was the other car involved. Also reports of Keith Bradley having an incident with the 51. And, oh, that's Keith into the wall, and he got turned.
Yeah.
And then he comes back on track. This is what brought out the caution. And
Very close calls from all the 22 into the wall.
That's what brought out the caution right now. So we're currently sitting on lap 28. Going to be on lap 29 with Blake Lothian sitting up there at the front. We're going to come back to a little bit of a shootout right now to end out stage 1. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back for the end of stage number 1. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at the Lady in Black. We're going to be going green next time by, and it's going to be a little bit of a 3-lap shootout here.
3-lap shootouts are huge, especially with how packed they're going to be again. So getting into the wall is going to be very risky, especially with how close you want to be to the wall. It looks like Blake is back on the outside, probably going to try to get that run again. I wonder if of the three of Chris Cinnamon's going to be expecting it this time.
Well, we're going to find out. Lights are on the pace car, whereas we go on to the back stretch. Looking at this field, they're starting to bunch up. And look right behind Lothian at Wilson's front nose. That thing is beat up.
Yeah, might have an effect on the engine damage. If not, aero. Like, everyone behind him better be careful. There might be a stack up.
And funny fact, Lothian Wilson is on the fresher tires as he went in on lap 8. Pace car's in. 3 laps go. It's a shootout here to end out stage 1. Green flags in the air. Lothian puts the pedal to the metal. Wilson gets a great start. Cinnamon is right there with him, and it's a big stack up right behind. Cinnamon and Wilson side by side heading into turns 1 and 2. Wilson around the outside.
Big game of oath.
And Bradley Wilson, look at this gain he's got.
He's going for it, trying to get that stage win. Points are huge at the beginning of the season, and this shows it how important.
Wilson, Lothian side by side as we end out lap 33, start 34. 2 laps to go here in Darlington to end out stage 1 here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. But that damage at the 51, is that going to play a spot very soon? I don't think so in this short time.
Ran the high line to get the run to the inside on 3 and 4.
Here comes Wilson down low. Wilson's got the lead by a bumper. He's got it by a tire, but Lothian around the outside, non-damaged. He's got all the speed that he can. Gives a little bit of a shove to Wilson. Lothian back into the lead. Green and white flag are in the air.
Looks like Chris Cinnamon's coming up from behind. Might just there, if they make a mistake, he still has time to strike, but 51 running the high line to get the better run.
One last time down the back straight. Wilson's not next to Lothian. This could be Lothian's time. Wilson goes high. Lothian has a clean shot to it. And onto the front stretch. Blake Lothian wins stage 1. And our top 10 points finishers are Blake Lothian, Wilson, Cinnamon, Thomas, Dittmer, Peacock, Gallant, Richards, Gregory, and Daniel scoring that 1 point. Our current Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger award actually goes to Stephen Gregory in that 61 car. So he's going to be very happy about that. Stage 1 is in the books. 4th caution of the night. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back for the start of stage number 2 of the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Darlington Raceway with David Swift leading the field right now. An interesting fact about David Swift, Peyton Hill has that fact for us right there.
He is it's his series debut today. So this is kind of huge. He's got TV time. So that'll be really nice to see.
Yeah, David pulling a strategy. He went into the pits on lap 30, and everybody went in right behind him. So David Swift in that 20 is going to be leading out the field right now, and I feel like David Swift is going to be very happy about that. He posted in our YouTube chat that it was his debut here in the truck number 20. Wish him luck, and he's going to, and quote, hope I gain a lot of fans. Well, they now see what your truck looks like.
One right here, that's for sure.
Hey,
very risky move here, but it'll be, yeah, let a few.
But now he's got Lothian on his outside. Can he hold off the stage 1 winner on his outside in Lothian's preferred spot? Well, we're going to find out as Lucky Dogs get out of the way. We're going to be starting on lap 40. It's a 30-lap run to lap 70. And here we go. Early start. And it's green, green, green. No, wait, no. Blake, what are you doing?
We're in 1 and 2.
Blake, what?
What? Where's pace car?
Oh, there's the pace car.
Did the pace car take off?
The pace car went, and then I feel like just Blake backed everyone up, and that was confusing.
I was lost for a second. Anyway,
Same.
Here's turn 3 and 4. We will be going green after this corner.
Oh, I feel like it was the lapped cars, and they were just a little bit confused.
Got thrown off a little bit. That's okay.
And now the pace car is in. I didn't see the pace car. I was just going off of that. Blake, David Swift controlling the field. It's a very slow roll for David Swift, but we're going back to green flag racing here at Darlington. It's a bad start as here's around the outside, Blake Lothian side by side with David Swift. It's a very bunched up field.
David Swift looked like he might have missed his shift, but ooh, very close to the wall for Blake.
And Blake, round the outside, takes away from David Swift. And those new tires totally helping Lothian right here.
Getting sideways, coming off of 2. Let's see how they stick up coming through 3 and 4. David Swift not giving up that bottom line, door-to-door racing. Looks like he's just falling back. Might have some damage. Might be just not getting the good run off the corner.
Tires. There's Steven Thomas. And Swift goes around.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, his debut not looking good. He's tapped the wall right there. And David Swift is in the pits. Let's ride on board with him. It was Steven Thomas down low, and there's just a tap right there.
Maybe just a late spotter call. Could have been anything.
Holding his line, then Thomas came up the track, tapped him right there. I feel like he just felt that Swift was higher up the track, and around he goes, and he's going to teleport into the pits. Yellow flag. Back out here in Darlington for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Blake Lothian leads the field. 5th caution of the night. You're here watching the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Darlington Raceway here in South Carolina with the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Blake Lothian, he's out the field. He's had a very comfortable day up there up front. Didn't qualify up front with Michael Mckinnon, but his start led him up there. And let's take a look at our Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger leader, Stephen Gregory. 26 spots in that 61.
He has the money paint. Looks like he's all about it tonight, especially with all those spots.
That's Taylor Peacock that you're looking at.
Oh, shoot. No, I'm Stephen.
Stephen Gregory's a 61, not the 81.
Never mind. Wrong
I have
person.
dyslexia, and I've made that mistake before. Their numbers look very convincing.
Yeah, not wrong. And then he sees the money, so.
Yeah, he sees the money man and Taylor Peacock right ahead of him. Taylor Peacock, the head of the NASRA, well, kind of sanctioned straight cash money league that, well, guess what that's about? It's a giant money race that happens on super speedways. They had one of those broadcasts here on Racecraft TV where they went around Talladega. That one was very fun to watch. As we're side by side, lights are out on the pace car. Blake Lothian leading the race.
Looks like David Swift is back out of the pits. Just rolling.
Yeah, there's Swift down low. I feel like the pits are closed for him, and he just has to go back to the end of the line. And
tough luck for the series debut.
Yeah, very tough for him.
On a few of my leagues that I've been in, my series debuts always end in wrecks, so it happens.
Hey, in wrestling, they call that the rite of passage. Your first debut is your first loss, and then your last wrestling match, you always go out on a loss. And that's the way they go here. So he's taking the rite of passage right here. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Lothian controls the field. Lothian puts the pedal to the metal. We're going back to green flag racing here in Darlington.
See, running that outside line off the start gives you the most traction and biggest run down the straightaway. So he's just gone, makes a gap for himself.
Look at that move by Dittmer around the outside of Stephen Thomas. He was watching Lothian with his eyes peeled, and Dittmer jumps up into second place off that restart. And oh my goodness, was that Swift?
Could that have been?
It was Swift.
Swift back in the wall, stopping in the apron, going back to pits.
And here's that replay. He's just lost on his own.
Oh.
That's a side of the car you do not want the Darlington stripe on.
I think that was the motor of David Swift. But super stacked.
Dittmer's in the lead now.
Oh, made the pass.
Now, well, we went to look at that. Tyler Dittmer plus Blake Lothian. Here's that replay for you, and straight up rode the bumper, went down the inside. Lothian did not fight it at all. He wants his cars to finish this race.
Kind of looked like Lothian got a little loose on the top, or maybe tight and lifted, gave up the position.
Lothian seems to be more concerned with that car. You can actually see him working that wheel. Let's ride on his roll bar, actually, and just see him working that wheel behind the Lizardworks number 4 of Tyler Dittmer as he leads this race. And actually, Tyler, with the overtake for the lead, overtakes Stephen Gregory to be the leader of the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award.
Over the chatter, it sounded like, oh, yep, caution's out for the...
Why is the caution out?
Why? I don't know.
I'm getting reports of Nathan Roth. Oh, that's a front end.
Front end out.
Rogi's going slow. It feels like Rogi just had an incident with something. Is there someone behind him?
Oh, 3 wide?
No, this is when caution came out.
Weird.
I'm seeing a lot of Ben Ganoyski. Oh, no!
Oh, up the track. Barely skims by with Mckinnon. Whew.
Here's that full on.
Oh,
Oh, the 71 got into the
stacked up.
48,
Nowhere
and Ben
to go.
Ganoyski is very rough end right there for the 30. And the Southern Auto Glass Art Charger Award for Daytona. Oh, Ganoyski's not having a good race today. Currently sitting 23rd. We're back here live. Tyler Dittmer leads the field here at Darlington. You're here watching Racecraft TV for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Lap 52. There in stage number 2. We'll be right back as they go back to green. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Darlington Raceway with Tyler Dittmer behind our iRacing Mustang pace car. We're coming around turn 3 and 4 right now. And we see that beautiful main grandstand as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. It's been a very incident-filled day. And you got to remember, there's no fast repairs in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series.
Darlington is an interesting track, especially with no fast repairs, because of the difference in turns, like how wide the turns can go on for. It might be tight on the track, but they're very long. And then how tight 3 and 4 is. Too different to adapt constantly on where the turns are, and how to make the turn can differ between driver to drivers on skill level.
And with differing track turns in oval racing, how do you prepare going into there?
I don't, it's really hard to prepare. You just kind of go and see what happens, or just practice on the track, but it's very hard to go from one corner to another.
Because where I come from IndyCar and road racing a lot. It's just hours and hours of practice, maximizing every single corner, and memory with the braking zones and when to lift off. Pace cars in. I feel like these drivers, they've done a lot of practice right now, especially stay up front, as Tyler Dittmer, leader of the race, and
Green flag, green flag.
is putting it green here in Darlington.
Looks like Tyler learned from Blake on those restarts. staying on the outside.
Yeah. Staying on the outside. We got a car spinning. That's Cody Knott.
Can he make it back on the track safely? Might cause a little bit of tightness.
Staying low.
Caution out.
Caution not. Oh, no. There's something going on in the background. Somebody just smacked the wall hard. It was Dustin Scruggs. Oh, no. And his engine is toast. There's the 88 in front of him. Scruggs going down low. The 88 hit the wall. The Scruggs was popped in there.
Tough luck for the 11.
Caution not out as Dustin Scruggs makes it into the pit lane. Let's go back to our leaders live. Tyler Dittmer, he's got a huge gap.
Field.
And there's Blake Lothian with Chris Cinnamon right behind with Stephen Thomas sitting in third place. They're trying to catch up to Tyler. And, ooh, big squirrely moment right there for Stephen Gregory down low on Taylor Peacock. Gregory trying to get to the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award, and he does now tie Tyler Dittmer.
Racing very close to causing contact between the 51 and 81.
That's side by side coming out of the exit of 51 of Bradley Wilson round the outside of Taylor Peacock.
Can only imagine how the tires feel right now after a few laps on them, let alone, ooh, side by side.
Yep, Stephen Thomas poking his nose down low, coming out of turns 2. He makes the move, cuts the front of the nose of the 3. Thomas up into third.
Seen the 3 car a lot all night. Kind of impressed by all these drivers in the top 10 staying up here with saving tires as much as they can.
And he's got Gregory right behind him and Wilson's just moving on through this field right now. Even with a damaged nose, here comes Wilson again on Gregory, looking down low. He's got a good run. He's on his quarter panel right there. Side by side, a big send by Wilson, and Wilson up into fifth place. I don't know what
like I said, a lot of games of chicken. You don't have to necessarily lift through 1 and 2, but if you have a car on your outside, you got to lift.
Bradley Wilson is just storming through this field right now, and I feel like he's just in tune with this track.
Really?
He's already at the bumper of Cinnamon.
Making it work. You can see a little crinkle on his front bumper. Looks like maybe he got into a wreck early on.
Oh, there's more than a crinkle right there. And he's tapped the wall right there. Don't just stripe. And another one.
Very close moment for the 51.
That Phantom Graphics car definitely going to be needing a new paint job after today.
For sure.
Maybe bring out the sledgehammers. As up in the battle for second place, Lothian and Thomas still knows the tail, and Tyler Dittmer is just 7/10 clear of this field right here.
Pulling away.
Thomas looking down low. He's looking for it, unable to make the move. I feel like he's just letting Lothian know that he's there, and if something presents itself to him, he's going to go for it. But currently, knowing Thomas, he likes to play it a little bit safer and run with the boys and work those tires because they're racing for a few more laps till stage 2 ends. And currently, if it looks like this, it will be Dittmer by a mile. We're going to lap 70 right here. And they have only 7 laps to go as they come out of turn 4.
Tyler Dittmer with a very impressive lead out front.
It's fallen down now. Lothian's getting a better run. Dittmer was actually, last lap, was running in the 29s with Lothian in the 28.97, and Stephen Thomas just slightly faster than all 3 of them. So that gap is falling down, but 6/10. Can they close that within the next 6 laps? Yep. 29.58 for Dittmer. Blake Lothian 29.54.
Very close racing with these two. I wonder if they're working together as to get back to the leader to have a shot at this stage win.
So we can see the slow amount of time being gained by Lothian to Dittmer. They come back this time. Another 500ths of a second.
It could also be that Tyler's saving tires until they get to him, as he knows that they'll get there.
Yeah, they're all knowing that they can get there. So they don't have to worry about the restart or anything, because if the caution came out right now, it would end the stage right as we know it. So they came across the line. They 1/100th of a second now for Lothian. Half a second separates them, so it's not. Oh, Dittmer's in the wall! That's what Lothian needed! And now Lothian round the outside of Dittmer. Lothian trying to curse that thing round the outside to hug the wall. Blake Lothian back into the lead.
Does Tyler Dittmer have something for him? Can he get back to the bumper? Maybe lay the bumper on him.
He's got damage. It was a big hit for Dittmer. Very unfortunate for the number 4 car with just 4 laps to go, as Blake Lothian back into the lead here at Darlington Raceway, and it's definitely going to be a tough one. It's definitely showing it to be living up to this race's name as a tough 120.
Looks like they've got a big gap now. Smooth sailing for Blake right now. Does he choose to just keep pushing? I mean,
you got
the best way to go.
You know, you never let off the gas in racing. Letting off the gas is a sign of weakness, but Lothian can do whatever he wants. He's got the 39 ahead of him, so he might want to take it a little bit easy. He's got clear room behind him, and doesn't want to hit a wall or pull a Jimmy Johnson, as green and white flag in the air. A little bit of a dig.
Yeah.
As it's Lothian around 1 and 2, leading with a smile right now.
Racing a little bit farther back, but looks like this is all Blake's right here. Lothian has this.
1 corner to go, and he nails it. It's a stage 1 win and a stage 2 win for the 59 for the Texas Logbook Toyota Tundra. Blake Lothian takes stage 2, and here is how he did it. Dittmer right after the wall, and Lothian just Darlington striping it round the outside.
Yeah, not giving much room, but just enough to make it around the outside and rail the corner around the floor of Tyler Dittmer.
Yeah, our top 10 point scorers: Lothian, Dittmer, Thomas, Cinnamon, Truxell, Wilson, Gregory, Peacock, Addison, and Gallant. Your top 10, and our current Southern Autoglass hard charger leader, it is going to be Tyler Dittmer at 26 overtakes right there. As the driver from Gore, can he try to dethrone Lothian? As we have 50 laps to go here in Darlington. You're here watching the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here on Racecraft TV. 50 laps remain. Who's going to take the checkers? We'll find right out after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Darlington Raceway as we're looking at Blake Lothian once again, as I think Peyton just fell out of his chair. Blake Lothian, stage 1 and 2 winner, leading the field as, well, 7th caution of the night as we get ready to start stage number 2. Peyton, how's this race been? Who's showing their stuff right now, and who's got all the cards in the hand?
Well, Blake Lothian, he's swept these 2 stages. Can he sweep all 3? That's the biggest question, because this is the stage that counts.
Yeah, it's the stage that certainly counts, and Lothian, well, he's definitely in the driver's seat, so to say. If this goes green all the way, he's definitely the one to be looking out for. But I'm looking at some hard chargers throughout the field, and some people that have always been there that are just keeping very quiet, and one of them, I gotta say, Stephen Gregory looks promising.
That's Stephen Gregory. He's been up, what, almost 30 positions. I think it's 28 spots to be exact.
Yeah, he just retook. He just retook the Southern Autoglass Hard Charger Award as our current leader, Tyler Dittmer. He had to repair that, and he's all the way down into 18th. So we're going to find that out. Pace cars in. Stage 3 underway as under control by Blake Lothian. The Triple M pulling truck series for the tough 120. It's green here in stage 3. And what a restart by Lothian. Look at Gregory making a move already around the inside of Michael A. Adamson. Now he's looking around to the outside of Mark Truxell. And look at the speed of the draft that Mark Truxell has immediately back on Lothian. And this is going to allow Truxell to line up a move down low. Mark Truxell's going for the lead.
The inside, but the outside always has to run down the straightaway, especially going into turns 1 and 2.
And there's Gregory. He's trying to make it a 3-way fight. Truxell reserves himself and allows Gregory around the outside. Stephen Gregory, that 61 Toyota Tundra, up 30 spots, currently leading our Southern Autoglass Hard Charger Award. He's going to go for the lap for position 31 as he tries to overtake Lothian for the lead of the tough 120.
Oh, someone's spinning in the back into the inside wall.
Peyton Johnson.
Ooh, tough break for Peyton Johnson. That makes the 8th caution of the night.
My goodness, this is what happened to Peyton Johnson on the outside. There's Wilson down low, and you can see him already getting loose.
Got a little loose.
And just made contact and bang into the wall. Very unfortunate for Peyton Johnson. And also, we had an issue with Zach Adams right before there. He was stuck with Keith Bradley, and he was just holding down that inside line, and he just lost it on his own. And he had a...
Stayed off the wall. Wow. Keeping that nose clean's huge here. That caution definitely gave him a huge break.
Yeah, a huge break, a massive braking zone as, well, Peyton, he's giving everyone a little bit of a barbecue right now. Do you like your ribs smoked? I hope you do, because that is one smoking engine.
Yes, you're not wrong.
Blake Lothian leads out this race. 8th caution of the night. You're here watching Racecraft TV for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. We'll be right back when we go back to Green Flag Racing. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. As we're back under caution. 8th caution of the night, lap 81 of 120. And Blake Lothian leading this race like he has been for most of his time. And he's got Stephen Gregory, our Southern Auto Glass hard charger, right behind him. And behind those two, well, I would say the dark horse of the field would be Mark Truxell. We haven't talked about him at all. And it just looks like he's playing the long game right here. And we got to remember, 50-lap run, these guys still have to pit. So when they go into?
What?
When are these guys going to go into the pits? What do you think?
I don't know. Cautions have been very welcoming, I could say, for this. So probably in the next couple cautions, we probably will see pitting for some fuel.
Well, if it stays green, it's going to be a very big gamble. We saw that in the Cup Series where they were all running out of fuel at the end of the race and end of the stages. And we might see another incident of that. Lights are out, go out on the pace car as they form back up. Lothian holding his outside line, which has been dominant out there. And we're going to see who's going to be watching that 59 on this restart because he's been going very early. And he seems to be the only one that's going right there and causing a big runaway.
Yeah, but your driver, Stephen Gregory, right there. He's been charging for a while, and he's finally up in this top two. What's he going to do now that he has his eyes set on the leader?
Well, his restart last time, he gained up 2 spots. So we're going to see if he can make up another spot like he has been nearly on every restart. But this time will be for the lead. Going to find out right now as they enter 3 of 4. The pace car is off. Let's go back to green flag racing here at Darlington Raceway. All in control of Blake Lothian. He puts the pedal to the metal and he puts it into the wall.
Still gets an extreme lead off the start.
That's going to be hurting his speed heading into turn 1 as here comes Stephen Gregory immediately. Let's ride on board of the 61. He's closing in on the back of Lothian.
That draft is helping huge coming down this back straightaway.
It's not going to be enough, though. Takes a look down low, but he was so far away. 2 car lengths at least. But he's now going to be nose to tail. And now, does Lothian have some damage on that front right of his car?
Possibly. I don't know if it's going to be enough for aero damage, but it might be just enough to give an advantage to the 61 of Stephen Gregory.
He does have some damage. I do see a little bit of wrinkle in the top right. Lothian is vulnerable. Here comes Gregory. Side by side. And caution is out. Lothian keeps first place. That is Jesse Sarge. Spun in the middle of the track.
Literally turned into a pickup truck tonight.
Literally, that is true. Or... yeah, or a ute if it's a back down and boom!
Huge impact.
Oh my goodness! Jesse Sarge has taken flight. Gonna watch that again in slow motion. Who was that just absolutely sent them into the air? Jesse smacked into the wall, locked up the brakes, smacked the inside wall, came back flying onto the track. And the 22 set the 12 way up in the air.
Can we get some roll bar coverage on the
22?
22.
Well, you know what? You ask and you shall receive. As let's go to the 22 of Jeffrey Sickles right here and full speed ahead.
Now you can see into the wall and just comes up just barely enough to get clipped. That's the motor.
Yeah, that's a motor, and that's some more smoke for those slow roasted smoked ribs. You're here watching Racecraft TV for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series, as we're going to head out for a little bit of a break, and we'll come back live when we go back to Green Flag Racing. I'm going to go get some smoked ribs. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Darlington Raceway. Lights are out on the pace car. Blake Lothian leads this race, but after a very odd start for him, hit the wall as soon as he put the pedal to the metal. Almost lost the lead, but was saved by a yellow flag. And things get kind of interesting now, because we had people go into the pits on last time by, and the person leading that charge is that dark horse. That number 5, Mark Truxell. He's currently sitting down there in 10th place. Watch these newer tire guys, because they feel like they can go to the end of the race on this tank of fuel from back there.
Gotta be careful with new tires and old tires, as we might see a few more cautions involving them.
Yeah, 10th down has new tires. Cody Knott, we don't know of him for sure. He glitched our timing screen, so we don't know for him. You know, transponders, they don't work sometimes. Pace car is in. Lothian puts the pedal to the metal, and green we go! And it's a great start by Lothian, but look at Bradley Wilson right behind.
Gained a lot of time, Bradley Wilson.
And Wilson! And oh, no.
Good save by Wilson, but a lot of lost time to the
Wilson
back.
and Gregory make contact, and I feel like there's going to be some choice words after this race. We might see a little bit of a fist fight between these two if that was a feature in iRacing.
That'd be a great feature to add.
What's the radio wave sounding like after that?
Just a couple apologies, but other than that, it's pretty clear and focused. Bradley looks to be already moving forward once again.
Yeah, he's making that charge. Speaking of making a charge, Gregory not wanting to let that place go, as it's 1 and 2 out for a while, and then they got Adamson right behind him by 8/10. But man, these two just shot off the field.
Oh,
I heard car contact.
Yeah, I heard car contact as well.
Not sure who that was. As we look
Ooh,
throughout the
very
field.
close.
Very into the wall. That's Stephen Thomas. And Ben Ganoyski right behind. And Thomas smacked the wall right there. Ganoyski getting around him. You're going to see the front right of Thomas's car very chewed up. Thomas, though, he's looking like he's got a good run on Ganoyski. Ganoyski getting a lot of drag with that broken back rear. Thomas down low now. And Thomas looking to make a move on the 26 now. He's looking around the outside of Cody Knott now down to the inside. And Cody defending onto the low side of the track, as this is where these guys are going to have a little bit of trouble. Let's take a look at Mark Truxell, our newest tire leader. He's currently sitting in 6th place, and he's right behind Dittmer.
I'm moving up the field once again. Just those tires can make a big play. Perfect
Cody
line
Knott
to the corner.
stuck on the outside right here. He's falling down spots. He's also falling down connection as well. And he's in the wall once more, right ahead of Ben Ganoyski. Ganoyski looking onto the outside. There's smoke ahead. That's right on board of Ganoyski, trying to look onto the outside of Cody Knott. Knott holding that spot, but just look at the back end of that car, the MSM wraps.
Full scratched up, but I don't think it's enough to cause some aero, that's for sure.
Yeah, the front
The
end's
front
very
end,
bunched
though.
up, and then the back rear's got a very big anchor right there. Ganoyski
Big
getting a good
run,
run,
oh.
but is unable to get the move as he hits Cody Knott. Gives him a great push, though.
Great push going into 34 for sure.
And Stephen Gregory is making his move on Lothian.
Made the pass stick, but a little bit higher. Does Lothian have something to give back?
Passing a lap car down low. Stephen Gregory has been looking for that position all the time. Let's go on board Blake Lothian now. As Lothian, remember, he does have that damage after that hit on the wall on his restart. Stephen Gregory brings the trucks to 25 laps to go here for the Triple M pulling tough 120, but they still have to go into the pits. Remember, they haven't gone into the pit lane at all here in stage 3, and they had to make a green flag pit stop. And our first guy who did go into the pits, and it feels like he has enough to go, is Mark Truxell up in 6th place. Well, this is going to turn into a strategy game with these guys up at front. Who's going to see if they can manage these tires and manage these trucks as long as they can and go for fuel when they can, or are they going to try to drag it on and go for a splash and dash? They've had 2 cautions to help them out. So we're going to see who's going to be taking advantage of that fuel saving during caution, or who's going to be able to pull out that gap and save themselves with a green flag splash and go. And remember, if they do go for a splash and go, those tires are going to be very worn.
Very worn, and the people that can pit early and get tires will have a huge advantage towards the end of the race, which is where it matters. The
Certainly
track
is.
position is everything, and it, like we saw with the past 2 cautions, if you're in the back, you can get caught in some unwanted wrecks, and it won't even be your fault. You're just caught in the crossfire.
18 cars on the lead lap. Robert Richards is falling down the field. I feel like, oh no, Robert Richards coming back on track.
Caution is out.
9th, 10th caution of the night. And that is saving grace for Lothian, Gregory, Gallant, and Adamson and Dittmer, as Robert Richards brings out the 10th caution with 22 laps to go. Richards storming into there. There is no hope of room for the Clemson Tigers.
Oh, big impact from that engine.
No hope at all for that Clemson Tigers 48. Slightly dangerous Silverado right there. And, well, 10th caution out right now. And now we get to see with 21 laps to go. It is a race on the pit road. We're not going to go to commercial just yet because this has race-ending race-ending results with this race coming off of pit road. And now, to those drivers that went into the pits on lap 85 of Mark Truxell, are they going to stay out?
That's a very big possibility. Staying out is an option because track position is huge. Let's see what happens.
Well, Gregory leads Lothian into
A
there.
lot of people are coming to pits.
Everyone going in there. Mark Truxell going in there as well.
Yeah, so far no one's staying out. Possibly now the people that will stay out are the lap cars.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Dude.
As we take a look at all the drivers right now, Lothian's still going. He has that pit box at the very end. And oh my goodness, Keith Bradley! Keith Bradley just crashed under yellow.
Could that have been retaliation?
Ooh, that might be a possibility.
Could have just been some unluck on checking up.
Well, he's coming back up forward. I feel like this is the jet dryer situation. I've never seen anything that live. So here we go again. Let's run aboard Keith Bradley and just see what happened right here. There's the pace car. They all just checked up going to the pace car, waiting for it. And then the 44 and Keith Bradley got hit from behind.
44 looks to keep it set straight.
Who hit Keith Bradley?
Just checking up for the
So
pace
the 44
car.
hit 46, and it's the 39 of Dane Hagen.
Ooh.
Dang.
That's huge on damage now.
Yeah, Keith Bradley definitely not going to be happy about that.
There were not some nice words on comms, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's Keith going into the pits as well, winning the race off pit road is Blake Lothian and Stephen Gregory, still in our first and second position after probably the weirdest yellow flag we've had here on Racecraft TV. And I'm glad we did not go to commercial.
I am too, for sure.
Well, yeah, I think
Did Lothian get around Steven?
He did.
On pit road?
He did. Blake Lothian, I had a Stephen Gregory. And
I have noticed that he's been very strong on pit road, or at least exiting pit road.
Yeah, his pit box time was 2/10 faster than Stephen Gregory, so he knew right when the moment go. He probably short fueled it, and gas and go. Well, he got tires as well, but gas and go with the minimum amount of fueling, and well, it certainly worked out for him right there.
Definitely can make it to the end now. Tires are huge now.
And it's
I don't think anyone not get tires. Someone might have gotten 2.
No, I don't feel like that. I feel like everyone got 4 after the craziness we saw at Daytona with 15 to go. They all know on how worn these tires can get very soon, so they're all going for it. We're going to go to green with 17 laps to go. When they come back around, you already see Lothian squirreling up that truck, warming up those tires. It's going to be a shootout to the end here at Darlington for the Triple M Pulling Tough 120 here at the Lady in Black. Lothian, Gregory, your current leaders, and these two have been, well, the talk of the town throughout this race. Gregory with his hard charger charge for the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award, trying to go for the ultimate award and go for the checkers. Blake Lothian, stage 1 and 2 winner. And this field has thinned out completely. 19 cars on the lead lap. Ooh, man.
See if Lothian could take over this sweep, but it looks like Steven's not going to let that happen very easily. Now, based off this restart, Lothian has his preferred line on the outside. Pace car's off, and we're going green.
Lothian waiting for the right moment, waiting for that outside line. Here he goes! Green, green, green! 20 laps to go!
Up in the back.
I'm not sure who it was. Keith Bradley. Keith Bradley's blown his car up on the restart, and very unfortunate as Lothian commanded that restart. Gregory is right there, followed by Gallant in third place with Cinnamon, Truxell, Adamson, Dittmer, Peacock, and Adamson. And Adamson and Dittmer are going side by side, heading into 3 and 4. Adamson on the outside, Dittmer onto the inside. Oh, so close. Here comes Peacock.
Oh, pinching. Will we see some 3-ride action coming out of this corner?
I hope not. You can't fit these trucks 3 wide on the banking, and it's very loose. Is of a slow car, the 89 in the middle of the track.
Almost caused a lot of conflict going through turns 3 and 4 for sure.
And Gallant had an issue, and My goodness, these guys thankfully avoided all that. 15 laps to go. Purple.
These guys,
Fastest lap of the race set by Chris Cinnamon last time by 28.75. And Gregory spinning. And here comes Cinnamon into second place.
great save by the 61, but Cinnamon's not giving up just yet, and that is why you don't give up. He's been here in the front this whole race, and not only, now he's in second and looking at the leader to strike.
And he's going to be all up in the mirror. There's one thing that drivers worry about when they see in the mirror in oval. It's storied. It's history. Everything. The Intimidator is in the mirror. Chris Cinnamon down low. Number 3 into 3. Oh. Chris Cinnamon into the lead. He's intimidated Lafayette. Lafayette into the wall. Gregory up into second. Truxell into third.
Gregory now has a chance going to the bottom, going into turns 1 and 2 with a humongous run through, trying to make it stick, tap the apron a little bit.
The outside line, though, that's the place you want to be. Cinnamon trying to hold that outside line, use that air cushion to his advantage, gets down low a little bit, squeezes Gregory. It's a drag race down the back straight, and here comes the rest of the cars. Lothian's there as well. Lothian's cars back up, and they're 2 by 2. It's a massive pack race here at Darlington. Truxell's there as well. Truxell on the outside line, Cinnamon on the outside line as well. Gregory down low, there's nose to nose, tail to tail, bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel here at Darlington. 12 laps to go.
Gregory seems to have been edged out Cinnamon, but Cinnamon's always there, knows when to strike. He might be just waiting for the right time, not pushing his tires, but just waiting. Ooh, looks like he's going to have some competition on the inside, though.
Here comes Lothian. He doesn't want to give up just yet. He ain't going to be intimidated at all. Cinnamon, though, around the outside, still holding that preferred line. As here comes Dittmer looking at Lothian. And oh, Cinnamon's hit the wall.
Oh, big checkup here on the lane, but Lothian made it stick. Now Dittmer's making his eyes set on the 3 of Chris Cinnamon.
The lady in black proving so hard to dance with, but the man of the name right now, Blake Lothian, definitely has danced a lot with the lady in black. He's done the tango, he's done the salsa, he's done the Macarena, and he's done the hip and slide. He's done the hip check and everything. But Stephen Gregory looks like he stole her from him. With 10 laps to go, can Gregory hold on as Cinnamon's in the wall some more?
Ooh, very slow coming off the corner as the 23 of Stephen Thomas makes it by.
Yeah, he's going to get up to speed now ahead of Taylor Peacock. He drops down to 7th place. Back up to Blake Lothian. Half a second to him and Stephen Gregory. And now we look at the lap times. Last lap, lap 111. 9 laps to go. 1/10 gained by Lothian. And now he's lost 0.03 of a second. That dirty air providing a little bit of trouble for Lothian. Can he close back on Gregory? Use that draft to his advantage.
One thing Gregory would love to see in his mirror is side-by-side racing, but he loved it at first, but now it's gone. Now it's all up to Lothian to just make up as much ground as he can in these 7 laps.
He's in the draft. He knows how to use that draft. 0.5 of a second this time for Lothian.
Looks like people are getting sideways off of turns 1 and 2.
That's just to catch the draft. Everyone's torturing these tires. And Lothian closing in more. He's lost a little bit of time in 3 and 4. They come across the line once more. 0.07 of a second gain from Lothian.
If you're the leader, the last thing you want to see is a car creeping up on you. That is a fact.
That's what we're seeing right now with Lothian getting closer and closer and closer with 6 laps to go. It's a bit of a wiggle for both these drivers as they come down the front stretch. 5 laps to go here. And even more time. Actually, no, it was time gained for Gregory that time by. There's a slow car down low. Not going to be affecting this race at all. As, ooh, Gregory almost getting into the wall right there. Thomas and Adamson have made a swap as they're side by side with each other. And also a good fight. Tyler Dittmer under attack by Mark Truxell in 4th place. 4 laps to go. Truxell looks down low on Dittmer.
Some smoke up ahead. Might have been a car that got into the wall.
I feel like that's just from a disconnection and a back connection and a truck just going off. Truxell looking down low. He's got to run. Can he do it? He decides not to. 3 laps to go.
He needs the perfect time to set someone up, and 3 and 4 is a good spot to do it if you can get the run down the straightaway.
Oh, both of them getting loose. Dittmer got very loose. Here comes Truxell. Truxell down low. He can't make it work, though.
Will he still be there by the time? It looks like he's got the bumper. Can he take the inside away from the one through 1 and 2?
No, he backs off.
That's the big thing about playing chicken into 1 and 2. You almost got to not lift and hope that the other person does. It's very risky, but sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2 laps to go. Risking it for the biscuit is definitely the name of the game. And Truxell has to do that if he wants to get 3rd. Also, speaking of risking it for the biscuit, Lothian has to do that as well if he wants to go for the lead, but he's half a second behind. He was 8/10 down. There's a lap car in front of Stephen Gregory. This could cause some implications. He drops down low, but he's checked up a lot. Lothian 3/10. Lothian into the wall. On white flag in the air. 2 corners to go. And it's going to be Stephen Gregory with 1 more corner. The checkered is in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here at Darlington, Stephen Gregory.
What a race.
And he's not only the winner of this race, he's the winner of the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award. And he puts another Darlington stripe on his car to remember that one by. He's danced with the lady in black, and he certainly tamed her today.
But Blake Lothian, what a very strong race with those 2 stage wins. Probably a good amount of points to keep afloat.
And there is Stephen Gregory parking it on to the finish line as he burns it down here at Darlington. Woohoo! What a race by Stephen Gregory. What a win as he sits in our victory lane. Let's take a look at our race results, because, man, we had a wonderful race here today. Stephen Gregory takes the win by Blake Lothian, with Tyler Dittmer finishing 3rd, with Mark Truxell in 4th, followed by Stephen Thomas, Michael Adamson, Chris Sidman, Taylor Peacock, Bradley Wilson, Michael McKinnon, Nathan Rauge, Robert Richards, Brandon Bullock, Cody Knott, Jonathan Munda, Tyler Daniels, Zach Adams, Logan Quinn in 18th. They're followed by Ben Ganoyski, Dale Adamson, Dan Gallant, Dane Hagan, Keith Bradley, Dustin Scruggs, Jeffrey Sickles, Jesse Sarge, Peyton Johnson, and David Swift in 28th, with Lance Miller, Clinton Castleberry, Scott Osment, Torrey Thompson finishing out the rest of the field, with Rhett Tucker and Jason Higginbotham just chilling in their trailers and not really going out onto track right now. I feel like they just wanted to watch their drivers go. And speaking of drivers, we are standing by with our race winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stephen Gregory.
How you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm actually ecstatic, honestly.
You sound calm as a cucumber right now. Not only did you win the race, you won the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award with 31 overtakes today. Talk us about that race. Talk us about moving up through the field. And talk us on how you kept that truck so clean until after the checker flag where you gave yourself a nice Darlington stripe.
Honestly, I was going to qualify, and then Taylor Peacock and Zach Adams actually talked me out of it.
Oh.
And I literally just got to the track today, believe it or not. Like, the first laps I turned on this track was probably about noon.
My goodness, you, sir, are... That is impressive. Steven, anything you want to talk about that race? How was your fight with Blake on those restarts and going into the final laps? What was going through your head?
I honestly didn't think I was going to get by him. Every time I would get underneath him or anything, the caution would come out, and I just immediately assumed that's how it was going to end up being. And then when he got me off pit road this last pit stop, I knew I was going to have to push hard to get by him. And when I almost got by him and got loose, almost wrecked it, and Cinnamon got by me, I thought it was over. I thought I was done.
Well, it certainly wasn't done at all. You took the win here, and it's a big win for you. Before we let you go, Steven, anyone you want to thank?
Dean's Moonshine, first off. Zach Adams and Taylor Peacock, the two teammates in this league. And then all of Evil Outlaws, which I don't think they're listed in, but them guys. And you guys and everybody that put this league on.
All right. Well, thank you, Steven. You have yourself a amazing night, and you have yourself a good celebration with that moonshine.
Thank you, guys.
As we're waiting for Blake Lothian to show up, we have Peyton standing by with Tyler Dittmer.
Hey, Tyler, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, great. How was that race? What made you learn that you can do that? Like, that was very great racing.
I mean, I should have been top 3 qualifier, but I scraped the wall off 4, disallowed the lap, and second lap wasn't any good. Threw it on fastest lap in practice. I mean, I knew I had speed, but it was all short run speed. And that's kind of what killed me at the end, long run. But short run speed and avoiding some calamity helped me get from 28th to 3rd. So not a bad night altogether.
Yeah, the biggest thing was for saving tires and probably staying out of trouble with track position. I've noticed that you went up 25 positions. How was that run through the field and avoiding all that chaos?
There was definitely a lot of puckered up moments. I mean, there was some big wrecks back there where I got really lucky. And then some just where it just talent, takes over at a point. But a lot of it just had to do with finding the right place to make your move and not forcing moves. And that bit a lot of drivers tonight, and that happens. But that's kind of what helped, guys like Gregory and Lithian and I run up front most of the night, is we were meticulous in when we made our moves. We didn't try and force things that weren't there. And that's what you have to do at Darlington. It's so hard to pass here. It's really a 1.5 groove track, especially when it's so hot and slick like it was. So you got to run clean, run safe, run smart.
Yeah, it's big being in the right place at the right time, especially in racing. So before I let you go, is there anybody that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd love to thank Lizardworks Racing, setting it up. Got a brand new sim rig together thanks to them. So it was nice to get in that tonight and running. I'd also like to thank, Mckinnon for putting this on. Great series, Triple M Trucks, for putting this together. You guys for putting on an amazing broadcast. I really appreciate it. And definitely for all my fans who watch both on the YouTube and on my Twitch stream, I really do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to next week because right after this race, I'm hopping into my stint for the 24 hours of Daytona. So be a long night next Friday. So very excited.
Yeah, good luck next week. And Austin?
Yeah, definitely a great race for you, man, and hope you have a great night, as it looks like Blake's not going to be joining us here. So it's time to, unfortunately, end out this great day of racing. And, man, what a race it certainly was for the Triple M pulling Tough 120. Peyton, any highlights of that race that you want to talk about?
I think the big part was being in the right place at the right time the whole race, and having all three of these drivers that just made it happen today. Staying out of the wall was huge, and like we saw, almost every driver in the top 10 were in the wall at one point in the race. So
They certainly were, and that is just the nature of Darlington. Too tough to tame, and the Tough 120 certainly pulling its name. Thank you guys for joining us here on the Triple M Pulling Truck Series for the Tough 120 here at Darlington. Thank you guys for tuning in to Racecraft TV. I've been joined by Peyton Hill. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a good night. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.